Welcome in, guys, to our preview every single NFL team for the upcoming 2023 season. We're back in the AFC South with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and in recent years, the Jacksonville Jaguars have been they've been memed in recent years for having some bad draft picks. Trent Baalke with his bad draft picks, but you look at them recently, especially last year. I think they got their shit together last year. Yeah, they got Doug Pearson, who's again he was a Super Bowl winning head coach with the Eagles a couple years ago. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence he had a better season than he has in recent year than he had in his debut year, 2021. 2022 was a better progressive year, I would say, for Trevor Lawrence. He had a progressive year. So you look at this season. What did they get this season in the draft? They did make it to the playoffs for the first time in 10 years last season, which was a pretty good. That was a good thing as well. Like, again, you're giving Trevor Lawrence some experience in the playoffs, so that was good. Who did they get in the draft? So they got Anton Harris, an offensive tackle from Oklahoma. They got again offensive tackle. You look at the other guys that came in. I was talking before my last video about Peter Skoronski. Anton Harris is a good addition. An offensive tackle is going to help. Trevor Lawrence in the trenches, which is a great addition. Brenton Strange, tight end, Penn State. I'm a fan of him. I do like his work. I'm interested to see him and Trevor Lawrence's chemistry and how they're going to gel. Ventrell Miller, linebacker from Florida. Oh yeah, from Florida. He looks a good addition as well. The linebacker class, it's not like the best linebacker class, but you've got a decent class. Trenton Simpson is the best out of the linebacking class. You have Jack Campbell, who we have for the Lions, and then you have Charles Miller, gain strategy later on in the draft. Then you get Tyler. You get Tyler Lucas here, who's an edge from Louisville. You get again, the edge rushing class. You've got Foskey, you've got Will Anderson, your big names, and then you got Tyler Lucas here, who again from Louisville. Again, he looks, I've seen him on tape. He looks pretty good. Then you got Antonio Brown, who's going to be in that cornerback position for Texas A&M. Other people in the draft, you got Christian Braswell. Christian Braswell, cornerback from Rutgers. And then you have Parker Washington, a wide receiver, Penn State. Again, these were later on in the round, so you're looking at wide receivers. Most of the good wide receivers were gone at this point, so then they had Parker Washington, who looks good. He looks like a good young prospect. I think he's, I don't think he's a starting wide receiver. I think he can be secondary, third wide receiver, but I think he still has a place in the NFL. And then the last pick you had, you got Tank Bigsby, which again I'm a fan of. I am liking this kid. This Tank Bigsby. Bigsby kid he's a raw talent. I'm a fan of him. Camera. Oh, yeah, he's a good talent. I'm excited to see what Tank Bigsby does from Auburn. See what he does. See how he fits in the NFL. See how he does in Doug Pearson's system. That's going to be an interesting thing there. Then we look at who they got in free agency this year. Josh Well, he's an offensive tackle from the Rams. He obviously was part of that Super Bowl winning team a couple of years ago with the Rams. So you've got some experience there of somebody who's been there, done it. He's been in the trenches with somebody like Matthew Stafford in the past. So again, he's going to be a good influence on Trevor Lawrence. Then you got Chandler Brewer, offensive tackle. Again, he's been with Tom Brady. Again, what I like about this free agency in these two picks here, that you've signed two guys who have Super Bowl experience. They've won championships. They've been with like Tom Brady. They've been with Matthew Stafford. They've been at the top of the level with in their winning championships and stuff like that, and that's just gonna help the the Jaguars this season, and they're still a young team, so they're gonna just still help them grow and develop, and it's gonna help Trevor Lawrence, which is ultimately the thing is to make sure that he is one of those quarterbacks that you look at and say, is Trevor Lawrence the guy? There's still question marks over him yet. Is he the guy? He's getting there, but I don't think he's ready. He's not on the Mahomes level. He's not on a Justin Herbert level yet. Again, he's showing good potential and glimpses of being a good quarterback, but he's not there yet. Also, they got Michael Dobia, defensive back, Henry Madodax. I hope I said that last name right. Defensive end, and they got Trey Arnold, a cornerback in the free agency. So ultimately, they did a pretty good job in the free agency recruiting talent and getting people in. So I think ultimately they're gonna be winning the AFC South this year. You got other teams like the Texans have strengthened this year, but again they've got a rookie head coach in D'Amico Ryan. I'm interested in what happens there. So yeah, it's all interesting stuff. In the Colts, they've got a Shane Statham from the Eagles offensive core, so I'm interested in how he does. It's very interesting what goes on.